A year ago today, a little under a year ago today, I hurt someone very close to me in one act of betrayal. That betrayal was so intense um, that it made the relationship unrecoverable. And no matter how hard I tried, the relationship was never saved. Um, and since then, I've had a lot of ups and downs and successes and failures, and I've cultivated something in which my career is on the right path and my relationships with my friends are really good, and I enjoy spending the time I have doing things that I love, although less so than before. But I, more than anything that day, I realized I betrayed myself because I knew it wasn't right. I knew I'd be hurting myself, even if no one found out. I knew my own self respect would go down even further than it was at the time. And whenever my self respect dipped that low, my ability to respect others completely went out the window. And I've written about it a lot. And I mainly have written about the person I betrayed and trying to make amends and fully understanding my feelings about that person and why I did what I did and why I feel so strongly for them now. But I think what's more important that I missed out on was the conversation with myself about how I betrayed myself. I looked at myself and I saw someone I didn't like that morning that it happened. And whenever the pain and disgust was like building up, and I made a decision that ended up hurting myself and many others for a long time, and it's still affecting me. There's a wasp. God. How the hell these people get in, bro? How? Whatever. Oh, Jesus. Anyways. I don't know who I'm making these videos for. I don't know who I want my audience to be or who can even benefit from my stories. But I think the point here is that cowards don't respect themselves. And it takes courage to respect yourself. With all your flaws and everything that you see wrong with yourself, to have the courage to show to the world that you're valuable and show the world that you think you're valuable. A coward can't own who they are. They're afraid to own who they are because they think the world sees them in such a negative way that it would be stupid to respect themselves. Because if your perception is that everyone else thinks that you're worthless or not valuable, it takes courage to challenge that perception, even if it's not true. It takes courage and strength to stand up against that. The consequences of being a coward are worse, but it's easier. In the moment when you're making a decision, it's easier to be the coward. It takes a constant daily reminder to right yourself whenever you get in those situations. And so, how do you remind yourself every day? How do you correct your brain whenever they seem their lowest? Because my brain doesn't seem to want to correct itself on its own. I wish it would. I wish I could immediately change my thoughts and the way I think about things. But really, you just got to find a way to remind yourself of what's important. You have to surround yourself in those things because it seems like the things that are most important are the easiest to forget. Because oftentimes, what seems super important to us in the moment isn't what's actually significant in life. Especially going through a breakup can seem like the biggest deal in the world. But years down the line, you'll gain perspective and you realize all along that it wasn't nearly as important as your emotions tried to make it seem like it was. Cool.